I want to talk about the importance of community and why I really think that everyone needs to find their people, even if their people aren't in person. Back in January, I joined a mastermind, and it is a business mastermind. It's all these entrepreneurs coming together to work together to reach their goals, to grow their businesses, to launch their businesses, right? It's really great and I love it. Well, a couple of months ago, I really started to dig in and really begin to network with other people and connect with other people. And one of the girls in there really encouraged me to jump onto co-working. But I was like, I don't know if I want to do co-working. Like, I don't know if it's for me. Like, it sounds cool for you, but I don't need it. Yeah, I needed it. So I ended up going to co-working, and it literally changed my entire life. Now, almost every single day on Zoom, I get on and I work with people. We work for 25 minutes and then we talk for a few minutes, and then we work for 25 minutes and then we talk for a few minutes. I don't know what this is, but we go and roll with it. And it's so wonderful because I've honestly met multiple people that I will definitely be friends with for the rest of my life. And I have genuinely met someone who's like my best friend already. Like, I have never met someone who is so much like me, who thinks the way I do. Not that we're like clones of each other, but it's just we think and process in very similar ways. And in just the last few weeks, I think like about a month of us being friends, like we have gotten so close. And I talk to her every single day on Zoom. And we joked around the other day, like, because we didn't co-work at night. Normally we co-work in the afternoon and then we work together at night. And working at night usually turns into like girl chat, right? Well, we didn't that night because I fell asleep. We didn't co-work together that night. And the next day it was like, I wanted to text you and say I missed you and I didn't want to be weird. And oh my gosh, I wanted to say the same thing. And it's changed everything for me because I have never had a connection like this. Like, I've had friends, and I do have friends, but they're single, they don't have kids, right? And so it's just a different dynamic. And especially being with someone who has a similar interest of building an online business and working hard to help people, things like that, it has really helped a whole lot more than I thought it would. I wrote off anything like over Zoom. I was like, well, it's not like it's in person. It's not like it's the same thing. I am closer to these people that I've met online than I've been with most people that I've met in my actual life. That's the power in community, because a lot of us, we are fighting so hard to do things on our own, usually to prove that we can do it, to prove that we don't need anybody else, because a lot of the times we have, for whatever reason, we became single moms. And a lot of times it wasn't a good thing. A lot of the times we get here in not so great circumstances, and then we want to prove people wrong. And I don't know about y'all, I channel that petty energy so hard. Like, I call it watch me energy, where it's just like, oh, you tell me I can't, watch me. Oh, you tell me I'm not good enough, watch me. But it reached a point where I was so alone and I was so lonely that it was holding me back. It was really affecting my mental health, it was affecting my parenting. And it just in the last several weeks, since I've really connected and I've met, my bestie, and I just said bestie, that's where we're at. I don't think I've ever said that in my life. Now that I am with these people who support me so fully, I have grown exponentially in more areas than I have in probably the last couple of years. We need to work harder to gain that community. And it is more difficult when it has to be online, and it is more difficult when we're single moms. It doesn't have to just be in the business arena, right? Like, you could jump into a Facebook group and be like, hey, I would love to have like a coffee date tomorrow morning. I'll create a Zoom link. Does anybody want to come? 10 a.m. You could be reaching out to some of your Facebook friends that you don't live next to anymore, and you can set up like a Zoom date with them. Having the ability to connect with these people and talk to women who get it and be around other moms who get it is wonderful. But the truth is, we weren't meant to do this alone. And I'm not talking about like the romantic partner sense. I mean, we're not supposed to do life alone. We're not supposed to raise kids alone. You need someone who gets it. You need to be able to call up a mom and be like, oh my God, my kid just like poop all over the wall and I'm losing my mind. Or, oh my gosh, my kid had the biggest attitude coming home from school and I lost it and I'm not proud of myself. Like, you need to have people to talk about this stuff too. I just think it's a lot more important than we realize. It's a lot more important, and it's time that we give it the credit that it deserves. And we need to reach out and find that community. And I know it can be really, really intimidating. I know it can be really, really difficult to find those other moms who get it, to find the other women who understand and who think like you and want to support you. But I promise you, it is 100% worth it. And in fact, you can start right now. Drop in the comments. Let's start networking in the comments. You do deserve community. And if you've been alone for a long time, you may believe you don't need it, but I want to tell you that you do. And it will absolutely change your life when you accept the importance of community and how beneficial it can be.